you right now on the couch are two individuals who are here to talk about, yep, we are 150 years old, and boy, do we look good. Please join me in welcoming Jessica Smith. You are the Managing Director of Tacoma Historical Society, looking very sparkly today. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's good to have you. Oh, it's got a whiff of what she's cooking, that smell-o-vision. Woo! And this man needs no introduction, but every time I see him, I will never not remind people. Former Mayor Bill Baarsma, you are Tacoma Historical Society Board Emeritus, which means you started the whole thing,
Well,
pretty much.
not quite, but I was a part of the action for 12
So
years.
let's talk about it. If someone may say, oh, 150 years, so what? What would you say to that? Why is it so
It's the
special?
sesquicentennial
That's right.
year. It's a big deal.
It is.
And it turns out that last year, in November, I saw a post on Facebook that said, "Happy birthday, Tacoma, 149 years." And I thought, oh, that's last year. So I'm thinking, okay, 2025 is 150.
There it
and that's a
is.
big deal.
It is.
Because it's the sesquicentennial year. And it was on November 12th, 1875, that the Washington Territorial Legislature officially incorporated the city of Tacoma. Now, it's a complicated story, as Jessica will attest. It's a complicated story
All good
as to
stories
who's on
are.
first. Well, Tacoma is a complicated story,
We do.
far more so than the big city to the north.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, so there's various dates as to when Tacoma came into being. I know when I came back here in 1969 from graduate school, I grew a beard because we were celebrating the centennial, and actually that's not right. 1869 was not the centennial. It was actually November 12th, 1875 when it became official. So it's been 150 years.
Wow.
It's been fantastic. I've been around telling people about
You've been around
about
for
this.
150 years.
I haven't been around 150
No.
years. No, not quite. But I've been around for a while. But I have been, talking to people and reminding them, and actually telling them that this is the sesquicentennial year, and people are getting pretty excited about it
Yeah, they
because
are.
Tacoma's got quite a story. And the last few years, when I had the great honor of serving as mayor and a council member, a lot of things happened. But as I grew up in Tacoma, I was born here, raised here, lived here most of my life. Wow. A lot of changes for the good. We've had some challenges. We've had some ups and downs. But it's a great story. We want to tell it, and we want to celebrate that 150th anniversary as close to November, Tacoma Historical Society, and the city of Tacoma, of course, on November 12th. That's the day that we want to really home in on.
We're going to
and-
mark that on our Cityline
Absolutely.
calendars.
But all the events that the Historical Society, and Jessica will talk about that, will wrap around this theme of the sesquicentennial. And we've got a lot of events upcoming that are pretty exciting. And I'm back in the action now.
Uh-oh,
I'm
trouble.
more engaged.
Good trouble.
So, yeah, good trouble. Thank you.
So Jessica, let's paint us a picture, because he's given us the history and a good structure of how this all comes to be, but what are we going to be doing to mark this 150th anniversary?
So this is going to be a pretty good big year for Tacoma Historical Society because we're bringing back a lot of those things that were very popular before the pandemic and we haven't been able to do.
Oh.
So this year we're bringing back the cemetery tours, which is going to happen this summer in July. We're also bringing back the historic home tours, which will be May 3rd and 4th. And we've got some pretty amazing houses, keeping it under wraps for right now, but I'm telling you right now, we've got some really, really cool stuff cooking for that.
Yeah.
And then of course we're gonna bring back our Destiny dinner to celebrate 150 years along with the city of Tacoma. So.
I remember that Destiny dinner. It was at UPS Fieldhouse.
It was. You did a great job, by the way.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you
that
so
was
much.
years.
You were the MC.
Yes, but that
Fantastic.
was at least 90 years ago. So.
We thought-
Oh my gosh, so there's some things that you're bringing back that just make my heart like so happy. I love the home tour. I drive around, or I have been in the past, going, I wonder when we're going to see the inside of that house and what they're doing. And I certainly think that the more that we understand our history, the more that when someone says, do you know about Wright Park? It's like, yes, I do, because of this organizations. So, former Mayor Bill Baarsma, what organizations are you collaborating with?
Well, we've reached out to the Chamber of Commerce, the new director, president, and CEO.
Yes.
Talked with her about this, Andrea. We've reached out to the Central Labor Council. They were one of the charter members of the Tacoma Historical Society, to let them know. I've reached out to the director of the Tacoma Public Utilities, and she's very excited because they've played a tremendous
Miss
role.
Jackie Flowers.
Yes, they played a tremendous role in our history. And of course the mayor, and it turns out that this is the last year of her term, and I think she's very excited about the fact that she'll be a part of celebrating this event.
What a
our
way to
last
go
year.
out.
And I might note that there's a great source, if someone wants to know about history, online is HistoryLink, which is the Washington Encyclopedia of History. I've got several essays about Tacoma on there. I'm writing one, by the way, on the biography of someone you know, the late Dennis Flanagan.
Oh,
I'm
do.
writing up Denny's biography, and that's going to be part of the HistoryLink story.
Yeah.
His story, which is incredible. So yeah, that's where you can get the information, and certainly about what happened on November 12th, 1875 is memorialized in an extensive essay on HistoryLink. So anyway.
I love that. Jessica, Mayor Baarsma just kind of set up this perfect transition of when he talks about Dennis Flanagan. And that's a name from my past, like Babe Lair is,
Yep.
like so many. And to me, that's the reason why we must be the gatekeeper of history, to
Right.
understand
Absolutely.
the people who stepped out in the solution. May I even say maybe the revolution, and change things here in Tacoma. So in your mind, what is so important about our Tacoma Historical Society that tags on to that?
Well, what we do at the Society is we try to create a space where everyone's story can be told.
Yes.
Because Tacoma's history is so diverse, full of good, full of bad, it's important that the whole gets to be able told. And we care for over 16,000 items. And when you say that, it's a lot of items.
That's a lot of, yes.
Yeah, and you think, but they're just things, but the thing that is important, it's not the thing itself. It's how it was associated with a person, and a person's story and a person's life. And so what we are doing is we're protecting stories and hopefully allowing other people to come in and tell their own stories as well.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much to learn from the Tacoma Historical Society.
We have quite a number of items that Dennis provided
Donated.
for us.
Yes.
Including the Look magazine article that told the story of Mississippi Freedom Summer in Mississippi.
And with that said, I'm going to stop right
Okay.
there, because I want people to go to HistoryLink and find these things out.
Right.
Thank you both for being here today. You got a busy year ahead of you, so get
Sure
some
do.
sleep. And you got to be back on this couch to kick off the home tour.
We
all right?
will. We will be back.
Sure.
All right, we have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick break.